I'm so pleased to have Liz Schwarze, the Vice President of Exploration at Chevron Upstream. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
We know that Africa has prolific oil and gas basins. What is holding it back from unleashing its full potential?
So Africa indeed has tremendous potential from a rock perspective in terms of the oil and gas basins. And I think there is tremendous potential for exploring. And it's why it's one of Chevron's focus areas for our exploration program. You need a number of things to have a successful exploration, development, production flow. And the first is access to acreage, which is improving here in Africa. A favorable fiscal framework is important as well. And then the third really is clear enabling policies and regulations. And I think that's one area where we're starting to see improvement, but continue to need to see improvement, particularly around the ability to permit seismic acquisition and go forward with that.
And can you tell us more about the role technology will play in exploration and what technology can Chevron leverage?
Technology has long underpinned exploration for the whole history of oil and gas exploration. Today's technologies that are really at the forefront leverage high performance computing. So it's seismic acquisition and then seismic processing. So we're seeing new algorithms that are enabled by greater and greater compute power. We're also seeing the advent of artificial intelligence. It's a topic everywhere these days. And AI, particularly generative AI, is enabling us to pull together information much more rapidly to make better decisions faster. In terms of Chevron, I'll highlight two technologies. One, in the seismic processing space, we have internal proprietary algorithms in the full waveform inversion, or FWI, that we believe gives us an advantage in imaging complex geologies. The other, I'll go to the other end, which is development. And we have our new 20K or 20,000 PSI production in the Gulf of America at the Anchor field. Don't know where else in the world that might be needed, but it's good to have technology on both ends. And all of that underpins the future of exploration and development.
And just my final question, we're here at African Energy Week. You have been attending for a few years now. What brings you back and what are your highlights this year?
I think if you're going to explore and be a part of the African oil and gas community, you have to come to Africa Energy Week. The conversations here, the environment here, and the excitement here brings me back every year and helps me really think about how do I represent the potential in Africa for Chevron exploration back to my leaders in the company. So I love this conference. It's a must-do for me every year. What's new this year is a greater conversation I've heard around natural gas for power, ultimately for export, but natural gas really to sort of power economic development across the continent. And that's a terrific conversation to have.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you so much.